Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of ETV News. I'm Maggie Shaws.
And I'm Alexia Muniz.
Captain Andrew Pedersen Keel is known as an energetic kid. Growing up in Wallingford, Connecticut, he made the dean's list throughout school, was the editor of the school newspaper, and went on to graduate from West Point. In March of 2013, Pedersen Keel lost his life while serving as detachment commander of Green Beret Special Forces in Afghanistan. This Saturday, you can take part in the APK Charities 5K run in Andrew's memory. You march with 65 pounds of non-perishable food items in a backpack to support 5 local food pantries. The event is being held at the Guilford Fairgrounds. This event is in conjunction with the Friday's Vet Rock gathering at Mohegan Sun.
The Connecticut NAACP and some University of Hartford students are pushing for hate crimes against a former student accused of bullying her roommate by allegedly spreading bodily fluids on her personal belongings. The Connecticut NAACP is calling what Brianna Brochu did to Chanel Rowe, also known as Jazzy, was more than bullying, mischief, or a breach of peace. They say that Brochu caused physical harm and intimidation based on her race and the color of her skin. Brochu has already been charged with intimidation, breach of peace, and criminal mischief after she posted on Instagram about how she tampered with her roommate's belongings, calling the victim a Jamaican Barbie. NAACP and state leaders met the State Attorney General Gail Hardy yesterday and said they were told the district attorney's office hasn't received a request for hate crime charges from West Hartford Police. They are now asking police and prosecutors to work to bring that charge against Brochu before her next court appearance later on this month.
A prison in Enfield is stated to shut down as the rate of crime in the prison population continues to decline. It is expected to close in early 2018, says Governor Daniel Malloy. This building currently holds around 700 offenders who will be transferred to other facilities to save the state $6.5 million in annual operation cost. Crime in Connecticut has dropped to its lowest within the past 2 generations. Keep up with the low crime, Connecticut.
A man is dead after a house fire in New London Wednesday morning. The victim, who officials say was homeless, was pulled from the home at 40 Eastern Ave by firefighters and rushed to the hospital where he was then pronounced dead. He has not been publicly identified. According to officials on scene, the victim was homeless. Authorities initially said that there was a woman inside the home as well, but later clarified that she was outside the home when firefighters arrived. She and a man outside alerted firefighters that the victim was in the home. Police said the home has been condemned and boarded up for several years, and they've received complaints about people squatting there in the past. The fire broke out around 6 a.m., and crews are investigating the cause. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Juwan Givens in this week's entertainment update.
Good morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Hey Gabby, how you doing? How's the play date and sleepover?
Dad, it was great.
Awesome. Okay, I'm on my way. Hey guys, what are you doing?
We're going swimming. We're going biking. Yeah!
I'll see you in a little bit, guys. I love you.
Hi, babe. How was school today?
Hi, Dad. It was great.
Okay, honey. I'll be home soon. Remember, you're never too far away from your kids to be a dad. Reach out and take a second to check in, because sometimes the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Hello Eastern, I'm Juwan Givens with this week's entertainment update. Rapper Meek Mill was sentenced Monday 2 to 4 years in prison on probation violations. A Philadelphia judge said the musician, who had wasted several chances to clean up his act following a 2009 gun and drug case. According to the Associated Press, I've been trying to help you since 2009. Brinkley said, citing a failed drug test failure to comply with a court order restricting his travel and 2 other unrelated arrests. You basically thumbed your nose at me, the judge said. Mill owned up to his violation in his only statement during that hearing and said that jailing him would likely end his music career. He said that he has battled addiction to the prescriptions, painkiller, Percocet, and that he has only tried to escape a life of crime. I may have made a mistake, but I never had the intention of disrespecting you, he said. Following Mill's sentencing, a number of celebrities have came out against the sentencing, claiming the rapper received unfair treatment in a Facebook post on Monday. Jay-Z spoke out against Mill's unjust sentencing. Kevin Hart also reached out to Mill on Instagram, writing, God sometimes puts you through the toughest battles on his strongest soldiers. I'm here for you, man. Thank you for joining me for my weekly entertainment update. I'm Juwan Givens. See you next week, Eastern.
Thanks, Juwan. We'll be right back after these short messages.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework. He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his backpack.
I can't find my backpack.
Finally, we found his assignment. He rushed through it. I wonder if he even learned anything.
I wasn't gonna get it right, so I just wanted to get back to playing my video game. At least I'm good at that.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. That's why there's Understood.org, a free online resource for the parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. Here you'll get personalized recommendations, practical tips, daily access to experts, and more. Go from misunderstanding to Understood.org.
Your daughter is having trouble learning French. Do you A, hire a tutor?
Bonjour.
B, enforce a French-only rule at home? Or C, watch some foreign films? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
As the semester is coming closer to an end, so is the warm weather. These next couple of weeks will have extremely cold temperatures along with the chance of snow coming upon us. These coming weekend, there is a possibility of rounds of flurries or even an isolated snow shower. Temperatures are now entering the teens. Be sure to grab the winter coat, hat, and mittens.
Over the past 20 years, questions have been raised about the connections between community political engagement and whether there should be any connections at all between the two. Over a decade ago, 2007 concerned about the seeming disconnect between community engagement and political engagement. The Carnegie Foundation's political engagement projection encouraged higher education to direct its engagement work more explicitly towards education for preparation in democracy and public life. Later that year, Circle and the Kettering Foundation published results from a study titled Millennials Talk Politics, which made recommendations about how colleges and universities should better educate students for political engagement, and yet, a decade later, college students seem more designated from politics, and at least politics is traditionally understood. Our current political landscape is full of craters, and our public discourse has become more polarized, with charges of imbecility and hate speech being made on our campuses and our communities from all sides of the political spectrum. This keynote will attempt to confront the current political climate and discuss the challenges and opportunities it presents for higher education, as well as how our community works and engagement more foster effective political learning and action.
Eastern has been featured recently on its acceptance of DACA students and the attempt to encourage equal education for all students. The president of Eastern, Elsa Nunes, spoke for the DACA students and explained the importance of supplying all students with a liberal education. Eastern, UConn, and other state colleges are coming together and filing a national lawsuit against Donald Trump's administration in its attempt to end the DACA program. Students from Eastern spoke passionately about the program and its importance in schools today.
After a day of voting and a night of calculating results, the Democratic candidate Victor Funderburk became the new Windham mayor. The race was tight between 4 different candidates, yet the end resulted in the election of Funderburk. The ballot also involved a vote for new Windham High School renovation, which was voted yes and will allow the Windham school system to move its central offices to Windham High School.
Are you interested in social issues related to education, justice, and public policy? Pedro A. Nogueira, a distinguished published professor of education from the University of California, Los Angeles, will be presenting on these issues at Eastern. If you are interested in his presentation or would like to meet him, then you should come to his talk and book signing on Tuesday, November 14th at 9 o'clock a.m. in the concert hall of the Fine Arts Instructional Center. This event is free and open to the public.
With Thanksgiving and the end of the semester coming up fast, it's easy to get stressed and overwhelmed by all the work you have to do. So take a break next Monday and learn how to de-stress. Amy Obstruser will be speaking at Eastern about building resilience through creativity and navigating detours in life. The event will take place in the Student Center Cafe on Monday, November 13th at 7 p.m. It's open and free to the public. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back with Cameron Schultz and Zaira Hernandez and their sports update.
Everything starts out small. The things that hurt us, they all start from somewhere. The words we say, the things we do, they can grow into something else. What was small and innocent can become big and sometimes scary. All it takes is one comment, one picture, one video for something to catch fire. But a big problem doesn't need a big response. Not at first. Even if we don't know what to say, the eye emoji can be that first step we take. Let's all pledge to take that first small step together and change the world in a big way. I'm a witness, and so are you.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason. Because it means love and devotion for one's country. Love. But what really makes up this country of ours? What is it we love? It's the people. Almost half the country belongs to minority groups. People who are lesbian, African American, and bi, and transgender, and Native American, and proud of it. After all, what's more American than freedom to celebrate the things that make us, us? This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, disability, sexuality, race, religion, and any other labels. Because the second any of us judge people based on those labels, we're not really being patriotic, are we? Because love has no labels.
Welcome back to Eastern Sports. I'm Cameron Schultz.
And I'm Zaira Hernandez.
This past Saturday was the Little East Conference Tournament Championship game where Eastern faced off against Western Connecticut State. Eastern struck first in this one when junior forward for the Warriors, Allie Clark, scored in the first half. Western pulled away in double overtime, scoring the winning goal in this one, 2-1. The victory gives Western its third three-peat championship in the 18-year history of the tournament. In this even contested match, both teams had 16 shots and both goalies had 3 saves. Eastern, though, held a slim 5-3 edge in corner kicks, Congrats to the Warriors on a good season.
Congrats. Now for the volleyball. The second-seeded Keene State and the third-seeded Eastern faced off in the semifinals of the LAC tournament. Even though the Owls swept Eastern in 3 straight sets, they were all close, 25-16, 25-23, and the final set 29-27. The Warriors battled throughout, just edging the Warriors. The match featured 20 ties and 9 lead changes, 11 of the ties coming in the third set. Senior outside Carly Boscos led the Warriors with 13 kills. This was Eastern's third in 4 years in the semifinals.
For season-ending awards, in field hockey, senior forward Alex Calagreen was named to the All-LEC team for the 4th straight year, while junior midfielder Stephanie Hogan was named to the team for the first time. In volleyball, freshman outside hitter Abby Stern was named to Rookie of the Year and was also voted as one of the 6 players and the only freshman to be named to the first team. Congrats to all recipients. That's all for this week in Eastern Sports. I'm Cameron Schultz.
And I'm Zyra Hernandez.
Until next week, Eastern.
That's it for this week's show. If you want to see more episodes, visit the ETV YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.